As fighting continues in Ukraine, join our team for the latest developments.
The Russian lines are very close. In fact, we're hearing they're just maybe a kilometre away.
See the headlines as they happen with breaking news alerts in the app and get the full story with bbc.com/news. Follow the story for all the latest with BBC News.
You're watching BBC News. Welcome, whether you're at home in the UK or anywhere else around the globe. I'm Shaun Ley. It's good to have your company this hour. Here are our headlines. Kyiv has denied any involvement in the attack on the oil pipeline Nord Stream, which took place last September. The cause is yet to be established. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres is in Ukraine Wednesday for further talks on extending a deal to export grain via the Black Sea. The UN's refugee agency has criticised the UK's plan to stop migrant boats crossing the English Channel, saying the move would break international law. A BBC spokesperson has said its highest paid presenter Gary Lineker is being spoken to after he criticised the government's immigration plans on his social media feed. And there's widespread disruption across France today as protests against plans to raise the pension age by 2 years from 62 to 64 continue for a second consecutive day. But we begin in Greece, where a fresh round of mass demonstrations and nationwide strike action is taking place following the country's worst rail tragedy last week, in which 57 people died. 14 people remain in hospital after a freight train collided with a passenger train which was full of students returning to college near the city of Larissa. Well, joining us now is Anthi Karasava, a journalist with The Times. Anthi, thank you very much for talking to us. First of all, can you tell us about today's protests, which involve not just the rail unions, but many other parts of the public sector as well?
Absolutely. We're seeing a huge turnout. I'm in the centre of this protest, a huge turnout by people of all walks of life and every sector here, from teachers, railway workers, students, of course, complaining and grieving over the death of these largely college students. And it's indicative of this mounting anger which has followed and gripped the nation a week after this deadly train crash, the worst in living memory here. And the slogans that we're hearing also, it's not just the numbers, are very, very stinging and bitter. They speak of an enemy state, they speak of revenge, and even blowing this place up to topple the government. And effectively what they want is they're seeking a very clear explanation for the causes of this tragic crash, and they're blaming the government for waging what they say is a cover-up, putting it in the hands of human errors, it's calling, as the government says, in the hands of a station master who did not do his job as well as other local railway officials.